I would say it's not only important that companies like eBay be here today to engage with these wonderful, brilliant young women of color who are interested in science, technology, engineering, and math. It's not only important, it's also necessary. And when I say necessary, I mean it's necessary for the present and it's necessary for the future of this entire world. At eBay, we serve over 175 million customers across the globe. Every single walk of life you can imagine, and many of those customers are women of color, and we want many more of them to be women of color. But if we have a workforce and employees who don't reflect that same level of diversity that we want to see, well then guess what? That equation doesn't really work out. So part of it is we want to make sure that we're here telling these young women that they can be at companies like eBay, that we want them at companies like eBay, and that they can thrive and they belong at companies like eBay. So that's part of it, right? Is there is an end to it that is around business, there's an end to it around diversifying our workforce. I also think personally, but also it's something that I know my CEO cares about, we're very clear on some of the institutionalized inequities that exist, especially in the US, but clearly across the globe, for women, for people of color, when it comes to access to education, when it comes to access for role models, when it comes to access to learning. And so by being here today is very reflective of my experience when I was at Morehouse College, and there were many companies and nonprofit organizations that came to talk to us to tell us about those opportunities. This is about us showing up, making sure that people know, and trying to level the playing field. And as I think about these young women of color, beyond just the business case for diversity and inclusion, this is about them having an opportunity to come to a company like eBay, whether it's for a summer internship or a full-time role within one of the STEM subjects, to learn, to build their networks, but more importantly, as we think about our community and communities of color, to build wealth creation. The wealth creation opportunities that exist in technology are absolutely incredible. And so we'd be remiss as a company who knows about institutionalized inequities, we'd be remiss as a company who knows about how important diversity and inclusion is for our marketplace if we didn't show up here and do great work alongside great companies like Uber. And so I'm just excited today to hear from these young women. I mean, they're already interviewing me, they're already, asking tons of questions, and so it's gonna be a wonderful day. So it's a blessing to be here.